Lovett's Random Life. Over the top, over the top. Yo, what up, Random Lifers? This is the Lovett's Random Life minicast. I am Blake Lovett, but you already knew that. Let me introduce to you, for the first time, my co-host and brother, Hunter Lovett. Oh, there he is.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Hunter. It is super awesome to be here with you guys and with you, Blake. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Really looking forward to this. Just hanging out, spending some time in the garage, and reliving our childhood just a little bit here. You know, we cut up. We have such a good time, and summertime's here. You know, I've got a little bit more free time. You have less free time, though. You just started a new job.
Yeah, new job.
So we'll just try to get these done as often as possible. This channel went live February 2021. A big part of that a result of COVID, just having kind of a need to fill this kind of hole sort of in my classroom, being able to make content, and then it has spiraled completely out of control. And here we are making a podcast now. Now, this is essentially my first time on YouTube, but this is not your first time on YouTube. You're a veteran, so why don't you tell us a little bit, like, your history on YouTube?
Let's see. I don't know about veteran, but I don't know, Blake, you know I'm a day one subscriber.
Yes. Let the record show. Let it be shown. Let the record show. I have had so many students that told me, hey, Coach Lovett, I was the 34th subscriber. Coach Lovett, I was the 120th subscriber. Literally, the channel went live, and you texted me and said, hey, just let you know, I'm the first subscriber. So First subscriber right here.
For sure. Had to. But yeah, no, going back to my experience, I guess, with YouTube is there's a storied past, you could say, and it's well documented. I started getting on YouTube with two of my buddies, Jonah and Dan. We were just buddies from high school, cutting up, and we really liked some videos that we had seen on YouTube. They were really funny, just some guys messing around, but it was pretty well organized, I'd say. Yeah. And so I guess that really inspired us to kind of give it our shot, because we were like, you know what, we're funny.
Yeah, no, hey, Nobody's gonna be harder on you than me, probably, and they were funny. If you or some of my students, I've showed you periodically one or two of those videos. The channel.
You've shown like.
Student? Yeah.
Oh no.
You know that last week of school, you don't have a whole lot going on.
That's true.
Plus, I was trying to introduce you to them a little bit, at least, even though it was 10 years ago these videos were being made.
I mean, what was it? Justice Ranger League of Avengers. I'm in tights, so like I hope that wasn't like the first experience that they have of me is like me wearing tights, running across the roof with my buddies and capes.
It definitely was.
Oh, okay.
It definitely, yeah. So okay. Justice Rangers League of Avengers was always my favorite, and you and I, there's 2 years between us. I'm older, and so you were kind of hanging out with them a bunch, and then I was hanging out with you a bunch, and then we would all hang out some, but that was kind of y'all's thing. But yeah, so Justice Rangers League of Avengers, I know some of my students have seen that, and slowly we'll be uploading hopefully a couple of our favorite videos from that channel onto mine, just so that we can keep Meow alive.
No, let it die. Let Meow die.
No, it will not die. And I think in one of the videos when I was introducing it, I said Meow with 9 W's. I was mistaken.
It's Meow with 9 M's.
9 M's.
9 M's.
So if
you can thank Jonah for that, for sure.
9 M's, the letter M, the word Meow, but you need 9 M's. And
that's
so, yeah, there's some good ones. We'll be uploading some of those. Yeah, so veteran right here, but we're getting this thing going. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. This will be a lot of fun. I'm excited for all the different topics and things that we're going to explore. I don't know, Blake, what's kind of the thing that you're most excited to jump into with this new project?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's kind of I don't know if I'd call it a catchphrase for the podcast, but it's what's been ping-ponging around in my head. Two brothers and a love of the 90s.
Got it.
I mean, it's sort of, this channel has slowly over the last couple of months just developed kind of this 90s theme. And I really like that. I've been so nostalgic here lately. You can tell behind us, I've got Sonic 2, I've got some Power Ranger Zords, I've got my Power Rangers beach towel from when I turned 6 years old.
Awesome.
I at my birthday party, somebody bought me a Super Soaker, like an actual branded Super Soaker, and they didn't wrap it in wrapping paper. They wrapped it in that towel.
And you're like, thanks for the towel.
Yes, I did. I was like,
you threw the Super Soaker away.
This is awesome. But I think in a bigger picture, just to kind of segue here a little bit, you know, I love the 90s. That was kind of a big part of our childhood.
I mean, who doesn't love the 90s?
Everybody loves the 90s.
You got to.
I mean,
especially right now, there's so much like throwback stuff and so much stuff that's getting retro or whatever, or like remakes of TV shows. I mean, it's definitely a time to not only appreciate and love the 90s, but to like dive in and explore and kind of see what is going on back then, because there was some really cool stuff.
Oh yeah, well, and I think too, it was a happy time. Like it was just kind of a prosperous time in America, and it was just kind of cheesy, but the music was good. And it was just fun. Like people were just having fun, and I guess people are having fun now. But you're right. Like people are doing all these throwbacks and remaking movies and putting out mini game consoles from the 90s, and it was just a good time. So you and I, like, we were kind of elementary age in the 90s. So I would say that really shaped our early childhood. Like when we were playing with toys, right?
Our toys were the best toys.
Yeah, like
the toys now are, I mean, no offense to anybody who's playing with toys.
No offense.
Your toys are probably okay, but they're not.
But they're not.
The 90s toys, you need to find those and play with them. They're kind of dangerous, but they're fun.
Yes, they are. There we have some danger. We were talking not too long ago, maybe my 7th birthday or somewhere around there, I got this Nerf bazooka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like, I mean, you guys know what Nerf guns are. They're, you know, foam, but this thing was like a rocket launcher, and it had these.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think
it was a bazooka, but it was a Nerf gun. But the foam was so dense, and I'm brilliant, so I thought, let me shoot myself in the face with this and see what happens. And it like busted my nose.
Dude, I remember we were in the car driving.
Yes,
like that here. We were driving like to Brooke and Sandy's house.
Yeah, and
you got a bloody nose.
I mean, in the car,
like bloody nose. I look over, he goes poof, and just shoots himself, and just is crying blood. And God, those toys are awesome.
Great times.
God, those toys are awesome. When was the last time a toy made a kid bleed? And like
not most recent enough. Disclaimer: we don't actually mean that. We're just having fun.
Be safe with the toys.
Be safe. Make good decisions.
Children bleeding from toys.
Yes. But it was great.
Dang, that was an awesome toy. Yeah, that was so cool.
So I kind of, even maybe bigger picture, you know, a lot of the show is going to be us kind of reliving our childhood, kind of hashing out some of these topics. Would you agree that even the late 80s probably influenced our childhood? Like, because our parents, grew up kind of high school and early 20s in the 80s, and then that kind of carried over. And so we got a lot of the mid to late 80s. And then definitely as we moved into the 2000s, you and I were like middle school, high school age. So I would say maybe kind of big scope for the show is going to be everything from maybe like 1985 to, to the 2010, like kind of that window, just everything that shaped us as we kind of moved into our college years, which were also good, but maybe nostalgic in a different way than what we want to talk about for the show.
Yeah, because I mean, if we look at like kind of early experiences, even with like something like video games, our first experience with video game was the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with this, but this was Nintendo's first home console.
Yeah.
At least that came to America.
Yeah, that we got.
And Dad had one.
Yeah.
Nana got Dad one, and he was like, I'm not playing this.
Yeah, I actually, I don't know if I told you this, I found a picture of your mom with that Nintendo, like the one that you and I played. Here, I'll cut it in right here. And so,
that was
I just edited. That was good editing. That was good editing. Right, yeah, I'm a
smooth.
Yeah, so I found that picture, and obviously all NESs basically look the same, but I actually found a picture and got a copy of that. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, that was the actual NES. But yeah, so that came out for us 85, 86 here in the States, and
to be honest, I think it was probably sometime around then.
And we played a lot of games, but what was the game that we played? The one that on that NES that we played.
On the NES?
Yeah.
Well, I can think of two specific. I don't know which one you're referring to, but there was
two. Okay,
there was a Super Mario Brothers that was like, if you look at the cartridge cover, which I'm sure Blake could show you.
Cut it in here.
And it has like half of it is Duck Hunt, half of it is Super Mario Bros. We played the crap out of that.
Yes.
I mean, we played, and I remember having the gun and like clink, 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 and like it was a pretty loud trigger.
Yeah.
But we played that a lot, and we also played Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep. Those are the two. those are the two games we had, at least for a long time. Like we had some others, but
Well, we would rent them from the library.
we would rent them from the library. We would walk into a library
And yeah, we would like
pass the books.
Yeah, like forget the books. Like they're here, have a book. Where are the games?
Yeah,
Where's
we
the
want
video games?
Maybe we rented a book, but we definitely rented.
I definitely remember
games,
renting the
Star
games.
Tropics.
Oh my gosh.
Star Tropics. Yeah, so kind of mid '80s. A lot of that influenced our early childhood. Kind of thanks to our parents.
Oh, dude, yeah.
you
Video
know,
games, movies, TV shows, everything.
Yeah,
like that.
my mom and then dad and Carol, just great times. And of course, moving into middle school, high school years, early 2000s. Still some great toys probably on the front end of that, but moving into music and making movies, making videos, and
yeah. If you're gonna even think about the things that would influence us later, probably even to now, with film and movies. I mean, Blake, you had a collection, a DVD collection, like a binder that you carried around.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we have Netflix and stuff now, but when we wanted to watch a movie, like you would bring your DVD thing over, and it was full of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Yes.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
It was full of early Adam Sandler movies.
Yes, absolutely.
And like stuff like Mighty Ducks.
Ooh, we're gonna do a whole segment on.
We got to. Yeah, we have to, because I mean, the cartoon, the movie. I mean, everything about it is awesome and reeks of the '90s.
Yeah. And again, back to your point earlier, remake Disney
just
Plus, now, releasing that. So. So good deal. Well, here's what we're about to do. We're getting to know Hunter. You guys, y'all know me to some degree, getting to know Hunter. So we're going to play a little game that I came up with called This or That. This or That. All right, the rules of the game are simple. I have a list of 2 topics that are paired, and as quickly as you can, once I say them, as soon as you get that gut reaction, you're going to pick the one that you either like, or the one that stands out to you, or the one that is your thing between those 2 things.
All right. Just immediate response.
Immediate response, okay? So we're going to put 20 seconds up on the screen. You have 20 seconds to get as much of this done as you possibly can.
Oh, easy. Yeah,
All right,
I got
you ready?
This. Yeah, for sure.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Doritos or Cheetos?
Cheetos.
Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pokemon.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Easy.
Stallone
or Schwarzenegger?
Schwarzenegger.
Okay. Nesquik or Yoo-Hoo?
Yoo-Hoo.
Good. Mario or Sonic?
Mario.
Okay.
Easy.
Candy, fruity or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Lake or beach?
Beach.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC.
And I think that's time. Man, I didn't get through as many of those as I thought I was going to.
Well, I'm telling you, man, I don't know. Something just kind of came over me. I was like, we just got to go. We got to go.
Let's finish this. You were doing great.
Okay.
Let's finish. All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to put another timer up because
I think we flew through that.
And
sorry, I should have pondered a little bit more.
No, it's fine. Honest, in post, I'm not going to probably able to put another timer up. So we're just going to go through.
I don't even know if we'll be able to put the first timer up.
I'm not going to lie. I may not even be able to do it the first time.
Figure out the time first.
I'm going to be doing good to put that on the screen. So,
okay.
All right, we got about halfway through these. Lake or beach?
Beach.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC.
Okay. All right. Okay.
NSYNC.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Me too. Ironically.
You make the switch. It's just.
Yeah. Sorry, HP. Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox?
Oh no.
That's a tough one.
Blake, that's okay. I gotta be quick. Hold on. Gut reaction. Nintendo.
That's funny.
Sorry.
Powerade or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Chevy or Ford?
Chevy.
Seinfeld or Friends?
Friends.
Morning person or night person?
Night. Oh yeah, easy. That's night. Yeah, no, wait. I don't like waking up.
All right, last one. Nirvana or Foo Fighters?
Oh boy. That's like tearing at me, dude.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Gut reaction? Foo Fighters.
Okay, all right.
Surprising even myself, I think.
Yeah, so some of those I knew that you were gonna say.
Easy.
Some of those I was surprised on.
Okay, like what? What surprised you?
So the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC was kind of 50. Like I didn't know. I kind of lean NSYNC too.
I mean, JT baby.
Yeah, JT. You can't go wrong. Love the Backstreet Boys though.
Got to.
Again, guilty pleasure. I just think. I mean, we listened to it a lot as kids, but I just remember driving to the beach and it was just like always on.
Yeah. And to be honest, one of my first CDs I ever got was a Backstreet Boys CD.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd admit that anywhere else than
Yeah.
here. And this is a safe space.
Two brothers and a love of the '90s. Keep the context.
Yeah,
But safe space.
yeah, safe space. So, because I definitely had Backstreet Boys and the NSYNC CDs, but I'm pretty sure that I don't even remember what the album was, but the cover was like it was blue and had them on there.
Yeah, I think Millennium.
Millennium. Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Definitely one of my first, if not the first CD.
So Mario or Sonic? I knew you were gonna say Mario.
Easy.
I'm a Sega Genesis guy,
Yeah,
though. And I love Mario. We have played, and I've probably played more Mario than I've played Sonic. But
yeah,
I just love Sonic, and I love.
It's easy to love Sonic. He's
a
very unique character. I just grew up playing a whole lot more Mario, and even today, like I would say, I have just dabbled more in Mario games since then. Unless you get to like I don't know later levels in Mario, which we never did.
We never did.
Never did. We were terrible. Well, I said a collective we. It was just me. I was the one that was really bad. I was way too young to even understand what was happening.
Mind, this was 95, 6.
I would have been 2 or 3.
Yeah, like this would have been, I'm playing and I have unplugged the controller.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, man, this is great.
You're Mario and I'm Mario. Yeah. And then finally you figured it out, and we. I've always made you be Luigi though. We played 2.
Oh, I've always been Luigi.
Yeah, always.
Always.
So I definitely agree. Yoo-Hoo over Nesquik. I love Yoo-Hoo. You know what? Hey, Yoo-Hoo, we need an official sponsor. Yoo-Hoo's can
we got
sit
our eyes on you
right here.
Yeah, right here. I would gladly product placement.
Yes.
Yoo-Hoo.
I wish I had one right now.
Yeah, that's a chocolate drink.
So here's the one that would be maybe the hardest on here for me.
Yeah.
Stallone or Schwarzenegger?
Now, as soon as you said that one, I knew in my heart, I was like, oh, this is not a question for me.
Yeah.
This is a question for Blake.
Blake wants to talk about this.
Blake has to, because I have just been more exposed to Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that are just so awesome.
Yeah.
I will admit, the first movie that went, as soon as you asked me or posed these two against each other, the first movie I thought of was Over the Top.
Over the Top!
Over the Top! It's such a good movie. And that's Stallone. That's not Schwarzenegger. That's actually Stallone. And it's you're talking about cheesy goodness.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie. And it's one of those that you watch it as a kid, and then when you watch it as an adult, like sometimes you do that. You're like, man, this just wasn't as good. No, I love it as much today as I did when I was a kid.
Give us a brief kind of look at what that movie is, because I have a feeling a lot of people don't know what this movie is.
And for the record, this is another that's going to get reviewed on the show. Is Over the Top. Came out in '87, and so that's one of those that kind of carried over into our childhood from the late '80s. But so here's the deal. This was kind of towards the end of the Rocky, kind of franchise, and so Rocky had been well established, and Stallone was wanting to do kind of a Rocky-ish type movie, and so the base plot here is Lincoln Hawk is Stallone's character, and great name, Lincoln Hawk.
Name. He's
a truck driver, and he's kind of got this family, this wife and this kid, and the wife is like an inheritance of, the dad owns some big company. They got lots of money, and so the dad doesn't like Stallone, and they're separated. But they have this little boy, and the boy grows up to be about 10 or 12, and has never really had a relationship. And the whole thing, the mom is sick and is not doing well, and the mom wants the son to know Lincoln Hawk. And so the whole movie is about them getting together, but he not only is a truck driver, he is a professional arm wrestler.
Oh my gosh.
And
had me at truck driving arm wrestler.
Yes. And it's so good, and it's so cheesy.
It's so worth a watch.
And the soundtrack, I listen to the soundtrack about twice a week. Students, let me just go ahead and tell you, on my planning period, I pretty much play this track. And it's 48 minutes long or something like that.
Yeah,
and and Sammy Hagar, I love Sammy Hagar. And it just...
It's a great movie, great soundtrack. Yeah. Definitely worth a watch.
We will.
We have to.
Yeah, so that will be one that's coming. Let me see. Of that list, so definitely, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! I think you and I, even though we have a long history with Yu-Gi-Oh! Too.
Yeah.
Pokemon was one of those big things.
That's the longest history we've had.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got to be.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, and I told you this the other day, I found a picture of you getting a binder of Pokemon cards
Yes.
that Dad did the artwork on. I'll cut that in right here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because
And-
Dad he drew Charizard on it. I remember being like, this is the coolest thing. There's Charizard on my binder. I mean, what can you say about Pokemon? I mean, from the video games to
Yeah.
the TV show to the, video games, card games, TV show, movies even.
Yeah.
And I know that you were at that age too, but if we're talking target market, bingo.
Yeah.
Like, my age group was the target market for
Because
Pokemon.
I'm trying to think. I think Pokemon hit the United States. I want to say I was in 2nd grade. You'd have been in kindergarten. And,
I was really young.
And so that first generation of Pokemon was like your early elementary school, sort of my mid elementary school. And man, and I just remember Mom got me yellow version and the Pikachu Game Boy for Christmas that year. And
So good.
Oh man, I still have that Game Boy, and then you have, at least right now, you have that Game Boy.
Yeah, I definitely collect
that model.
all kinds of, which we'll probably end up showing all of these collection stuff, because I collect video games and retro consoles and stuff, and I know you do as well. But like, I'm curious, do you remember your first time that you saw a Pokemon? But what is this?
I remember the kids. Some of the kids at school had picked it up before I got to it, and so I didn't really know. But once they were explaining it to me, and I saw some of the cards after school care, they were trading and stuff. I remember this vividly. This is my mom picked me up from school from after school care. I was in 2nd grade, and we were driving down Highway 31 going home.
Oh, okay.
And I promised it was yesterday. I remember saying, "Mom, I need to tell you something." And she gets that serious look. She's
turns down the music.
Yeah, turns down, Madonna or whatever was Blondie,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, "What, Blake?" And I said, "I'm gonna look right here." I said, "Mom, I want to be a Pokemon master." And she's like, "Oh,
don't know what that is.
What is that? What does that mean?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but I know that that's what I want to do,
and I need it. I want to be it."
And I would say, I've had X amount of success in that.
I would say so.
You too.
Certainly. I know we've definitely crossed that threshold.
What about you? So first, this is when Pokemon hit me. What was it?
Dude, I remember it like it was yesterday. Vivid. I was swimming in the pool at Chase and Colton's house over at the end of at the end of the road. I scraped my knee. I was like, "Oh dang, my knee." Killing me, right? So it's bleeding. The guy scratched up. Aunt Sandy takes me inside. Said, "Let me get you a Band-Aid." She goes and grabs a box of Band-Aids, right?
Yep.
Pulls out this little guy, this little turtle, and I was like, "What is that?" She goes, "This is some new thing. I think it's called Pokemon." It was a Squirtle. And Blake, if we're going to talk about Pokemon, blue version, Blastoise. From that point on, man, I was hooked.
Yeah, you were always you're the blue version. I had red version.
Yep.
And so at my mom's house, I had I think it was maybe later, or no, I did get it before. I had the Pikachu edition and yellow version. No, it would have been later, but maybe that was my birthday, and then the Christmas before, Dad and Carol got us both green Game Boy Colors.
Yes, yes, the lime green.
And then you got blue version, and then I got red version, and that was kind of. That's sort
Christmas.
Anchored Pokemon for us. You were always kind of the Squirtle blue, water like that. You kind of started some of that, and then I was always the fire.
Well, it was always, even when it came to the games, even it wasn't red or blue. It was, I got cool colors, you got warm colors.
Yep.
So I got silver when Generation 2 came out. You got gold.
And it just hit me too. When we played Power Rangers growing up, I always loved the Red Ranger, and you were always the Blue Ranger. I was always Rocky or Jason, and you were always Billy. That was
the cool colors and the warm colors.
That's crazy.
Always,
I've never thought about that. Anyway, so we're looking at that time. We're going to hit our first commercial break. We'll see you guys back here in just a second.
Now, when you buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1, you'll get Sonic 2 absolutely free. Sonic 2 handles stubborn stains, embarrassing bald spots, no problem. It even slices and dices, makes thousands of julienne fries. But wait, you can play it too. This free Sonic 2 is a $54.99 value. You get 2 Sonics for the price of 1. Sonic 2 fits easily into any tackle box. Made from a space-age polymer plastic for years of family fun. And pets love it too. Buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1 and get Sonic 2 free.
Act now. Wiener Dog Sweater sold separately.
So this is the part where we want to hear from you guys. We want to kind of know, what are the things that you're interested in? Maybe you've seen some stuff online, or maybe you've heard some things, or you've watched a video or seen a movie, and you want to like know more about that. Or maybe there are just some really cool topics that you want to hear us talk about. So down below in the comments, give us an idea. What's something that you want to hear about? It could be anything from video games to movies, toys, action figures, TV shows, Pokemon. And kind of moving forward, what we're going to do is in each video, we're going to prompt you guys to maybe leave some of your suggestions on what you want to hear, because we want to explore the things that you want to hear about. Leave us a comment down below, and what we'll do is after this video goes up, we'll kind of look through there, see what sticks out to us, seems like something that we could explore at length, and we'll even give you guys a shout out. We'll throw a shout out to you and do a little segment just for you.
Kind of moving off of that topic, something that we talk about in my geography class a lot is cultural diffusion, which is the spread of culture traits around the world, whether it's coming from the United States going somewhere else, or whether it's something from the other parts of the world that come to the U.S. that we get from other parts of the world. So in the context of cultural diffusion, obviously we've named some things already, but what are some of your favorite things that we have inherited from other parts of the world that you could say, yeah, that was a big part of my childhood, that was a big part of my life?
Yeah. So definitely Japan, I guess, a lot. I mean, even if we talk about us riding dirt bikes and stuff, even the dirt bikes we rode Honda dirt bikes.
Yeah, let's cut a picture in right here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I would, man, it's almost like huge chunks of our childhood. How about this? Legos. Do you know where Legos are from? They're not from here.
I do know.
Where are they from?
Are they Sweden?
Yes.
No, is it
Sweden? I know it's in Scandinavia. I think they're Swedish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Blake, you played with so many Legos.
So many Legos.
I've stepped on so many Legos.
So many Legos.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, like that was especially around that same time. Like I was in second grade, you were in kindergarten, kind of in that window. But yeah, that's, I want to say Swedish, but definitely in Scandinavia, that the Lego company.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Legos. And that's interesting though, going back to something that we got from another country. Because I mean, I don't think many people. I mean, heck, we've played with Legos a ton. And had no. I was really making a guess. I had heard it before, and again, Scandinavia. So I was thinking Sweden. But what about what's something else? What's something else that sticks out?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously the big ones like Power Rangers came from Japan. Super Sentai. Pokemon was a big one. Both our big game systems. Nintendo, and then definitely for me, Sega. Well, cool. So we'll wrap up this segment. We got another commercial break for you. We'll be back here in just a second.
Introducing new Fruitomic Punch Gushers with a taste that's gonna drive you fruity. It's very, very different. And totally appealing. It's new Fruitomic Punch Gushers, the fruit snack bursting with juicy fruit punch in the middle. So fruity, they'll really turn your head.
Whoa, I'll say.
New Fruitomic Punch Gushers. The blast of fruit punch is gonna drive you totally fruity.
Man, I got a split.
All right, something else that we were kind of wanting to try and do is, as we begin to wrap up each episode, we want to introduce a new segment to you guys. And that segment's going to be called, Remember That Thing?
Remember that thing? Remember that thing? Remember that thing? Yeah, so this episode, we're going to be talking about one of our favorite movies, Surf Ninjas.
Oh, Surf Ninjas.
Hunter, as kids, we watched this movie so many times.
Over and over. That VHS tape is probably in tatters somewhere.
I just remember, growing up, we had that entertainment center, and when you open the cabinet, that Zenith TV was in there, and it had one drawer that maybe held 10 or 12 tapes. And that was like
Independence Day, The Mummy, Surf Ninjas,
Jurassic Park,
and then about 10 tapes of Tybo.
Yeah. And so we were fairly limited, especially early on, and then later on we expanded. But yeah, and Surf Ninjas was one of those, and we watched it so many times. Well, besides the fact that we've watched it that many times and we love it, I wanted to start episode 1 with Surf Ninjas because it's kind of the heartbeat of this channel, especially when I first started it. And we get our we get our kind of catchphrase for the channel, Kwansu dudes.
Kwansu dudes!
Yeah, and so when I first started this channel, nobody, students, teachers, nobody, except for Mr. Thompson at my school knew, and it's like, everybody's like, what does that
fine
mean?
taste, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah.
What fine taste you have.
Yeah, and so nobody knew. Like, nobody had any idea. And so I've had
What
to
a
explain
shame.
it. Yeah, like,
What
and
a shame.
You know, and it's such a great movie, and yes, it's cheesy, and it's kind of satirical to some degree.
But no, they lean into it in such a good
Yeah.
way. It makes the movie so much fun, and
Yeah.
it's funny. I mean, it's great. It's a great movie.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like, it's, you know, if you Google Kwansu, it's a fictional word, and you can find it in Urban Dictionary, and it basically just says this is a fictional slang term for this one movie. It's not like, you know.
Well, they say what it means in the movie.
Right, yeah, they say what it means, and
Well, it means free beer.
yes, they do say that.
That's not what it means.
That's not what it means.
But you got to watch the movie.
Yeah, you have to watch the movie. You have to get some context, but
But for people who don't have any
Yeah,
context, like,
but-
what's a way that they could get some context for
yeah,
this movie?
well, it's okay. So think about it like this: the whole movie is about surfing. It's like the two things that were huge in the '90s: surfing and martial arts.
ninjas,
And so,
yeah.
like Su, as in tsunami, right? Like big wave. It's surfing movie. So Kwansu is sort of this kind of play on that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then because it's the '90s, they're always like Kwansu dudes.
yeah.
And so that's kind of the idea. But since a lot of you viewers at home, you've never seen that movie, we're gonna put in the trailer for that right here.
New Line Cinema presents an awesome, rippin', totally stoked
Get on with it.
new movie, Surf Ninjas. It's the story of these kids who get booted from their country by this evil dude. Now they're growing up in LA. And their life's one major vacation.
Just gotta wax the old man-to-wave friction-reducing vehicle. Surfboard.
But some gnarly ninjas give them a blast from their past.
Those boys die tonight.
So they gotta split with their one-eyed guru.
Your Highnesses.
And go back and save their country.
Kwansu dudes!
Surf Ninjas.
I love the part when I was like, sorry.
I don't know about you, but watching that trailer makes me want to watch that movie all over again.
I've watched it fairly recently, and I'm already ready to watch it again. Like, I love that movie. I will always love that movie. Ernie Reyes Jr., we want you on this show so bad.
We would love to have you.
Yeah, we would love to have you.
Even if it's just a Skype call, you definitely don't have to come here.
Yeah.
But oh, dude,
we
love that.
Ernie Reyes Jr. Surf Ninjas, Ninja
Team-
Turtles.
yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yes, and so if you
pizza delivery guy.
I know Ernie Reyes Jr., you are in California and you're not watching this podcast of two knuckleheads in a garage in Birmingham, Alabama. But in case you are,
just in case,
just in case, or if any of our viewers wants to post this video, which is probably going to be too long for him to watch, we would love to have you on our show. But kind of wrapping up, we will do this segment. We will do Remember That Thing every episode. And so we're going to give you guys, our viewers, 3 options. And so based on your comments below, the next episode, our segment for Remember That Thing will be one of these topics. So you're choosing between these 3. So your 3 to choose from is Mighty Morphing Power Rangers.
Dun, 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 dun,
Which
dun.
you can see. We have a few.
Yeah, we'd
a
love
few
to.
things.
We'd love
We
to
love.
talk about that. We'd love to talk about Power Rangers.
Number 2, 90s Pokemon. So those early generations.
Early gen Pokemon.
Yeah, probably, gold and silver or earlier, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe touching a little bit later. Or the Nintendo 64.
Like, oh my
the
gosh.
Nintendo 64.
So many memories. Yeah, I mean, they're all such great topics, but we want to know what it is that you guys want to hear.
Yes, and plenty of episodes to talk about plenty of things. So just remember, make sure that you put in the comments below which of those you would like for us to talk about on Remember That Thing. Or if you have other topics that you would like to see on the show, list those too, and we'll be incorporating that and hopefully giving you guys a shout out as we do those things. Turn on notifications. Keep checking back for new content, whether it is the Lovett's Random Life minicast or other videos. I have a feeling that Hunter will be popping up periodically in other videos as well. But make sure you keep
Keep an eye
checking
out.
out. Yeah, keep an eye out. And until next time, guys, Kwansu, dudes. Hot down here. So hot down here. In the garage, it's so hot.